with that same question which we discussed on last. So this is a question which we need to discuss on last time, right? I need to explain what is the address and indirect function, and then I need to fill this data, right? So anyone solve this question, or do you want me to explain this question? Are you aware with address and indirect? If not, then I will start with basic, and then we will be solving this question. Okay, so I'm explaining what is the requirement here. The requirement is here. We have loan amount. We can manage this loan. The sheet is managed in such a way that we, if we change the loan amount, we will get it according to loan amount and tenure. We'll get the EMI here. Okay, what is the interest rate? What is principal repaid and remaining principal amount left? So based on this bank name, this interest rate and the minimum loan amount got changed. Okay, so we have sheet for that bank. For HDFC, we have minimum loan amount is 1 lakh and the interest rate is 11.25, right? For CT, it is vary from 1.5 lakh and interest rate is 13%, right? So for every bank, we have different min loan amount and the interest rate. Now in our installment calculation, we are just changing this number, and according to loan amount, it will go. This sheet will going to refresh, right? We have principal amount as 5 lakh here, 50 lakh, and then this is the installment and interest, right? And what amount we paid and how much amount is left for the first month. So likewise, it gives the 16-month data, and at the last we have the 0 amount left, right? You can increase this tenure if you want for 20 months. You can do this for 20 months, then the EMI will be got increased, right? So this is what our sheet is, and we need to maintain this according to bank details. Whatever the bank we are selecting, interest rate should be corresponding interest rate should be come here. Okay. Any idea how to do this thing, or anyone solve this question? You got the question, right? We want here minimum loan amount. If for HSBC, what is we have HSBC? No. For HDFC, we have minimum loan amount is this one, right? And the percentage is 11.25. And if we change this percentage, there is slightly difference in the interest rate, right? If I change this to 14%, the amount got changes, right? Principal repaid, interest rate are changed, remaining amount is changed. Are you getting this part? So based on the bank, I need to make this sheet as a dynamic. So how to do these things? We are not going to use here VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP will be not going to use here, right? This is not application of VLOOKUP. For VLOOKUP, we are searching for bank, and according to bank, we will be get the minimum loan amount and interest rate. But this is not a case here. We don't have the bank name here, right? So and minimum loan amount, we don't have the bank name column, a minimum loan amount column, interest rate column where we can use the VLOOKUP. Are you getting this part? So this is not the application of VLOOKUP. How we can solve this thing? Clear? You guys have any doubt in question? Okay, let me directly explain the solution to you guys. First of all, let me know, do you guys know the address and indirect function? Address function and indirect function?
Akash, I think we had a discussion regarding that thing in our last session, but I really don't remember it. So if you would be able to, explain it again, so that would be very...
Okay. So I think we are not discussed this topic. We left with too much. Last time we don't have...
we tried to solve it, yeah.
So what is address? Address is something, suppose this cell is present here, right? The value is here. So the address of this cell is C3, okay? C column and 3 row. Are you getting this one? If you check here in the left right corner, top corner, this is address C3. So how we can get the address? If we use the address function, we need to explain which row number it is. So it is third row, right? My value is present at third row, and it is present at third column, right? Then last parameter is I need to want absolute values, and the fourth parameter is at what style. There are two style. One is A1 style, and second is R1 C1 style. A1 style will be give the value like C3, which we have, right? So if I want the address of third row and third column, it will give me the address like this. Okay, right? This is the address of this cell. Are you getting the part? If you want the address of particular cell in different column, you can get by using address. Any doubt in this formula? We are going to use this in our application now. Okay, so just check how I'm going to solve this thing, how I use the application. Are you getting the address formula? Address for what we did, we are just writing which row, which column I want that particular cell, right? This which cell information I want, that row and column I need to use here. And then for exact, I use one, and the one is kind of the which style we want here, the R1 C1 style. If you choose the R1 C1 style, it will give the R3 means third row, and C3 means third column. Are you getting this part? If I use one, it will give the address like C3. Any doubt in address? If no, then check how I get how I can use the indirect. So indirectly something based on this address, I can have that value in any cell. This is a value which is present at C3. Any doubt in indirect line address? Are you getting this two concept? The address is something which is giving the address for particular cell. Indirect is with respect to that address, it will give the indirect value of that cell. Clear? Now check here. I have the for here I already have the C3 and we got the value also. Now if you check 2019, I have at third column, again at third row, there is my value 15 lakh, right? I want this value in same sheet here. So for that, I want to use the sheet name. Okay, here this is sheet name. So I am pasting the sheet name here for reference. Okay, so I want address. Now check here. I want address from 2019 salary tab, right? From 2019 salary sheet. I want third row again. The row and column are again same here. And again, I want exact, and the style I want one, and last parameter is from which sheet I want that thing. So this is I want from 2019 salary sheet, right? So see, this is the address of that particular cell. Are you getting this point? If I change this sheet name, it will give the address of that particular sheet from C3, this one, third row and third column. Any doubt here? Guys, please respond here. If you understood, we can go to the application. This is important. If I need to explain this granular level, otherwise you are not going to understood the concept which I going to use here. If you are clear with this simple logic, then we are using this logic in our main calculation. Any doubt? So do you got how I got the address? Address is something, if I want value for address of particular cell, then I can use the address. And for that address, if I want the what value present at that particular address, then I can use the indirect. And same thing, I can refer for the multiple sheet also. The last parameter which is present here in the address is this sheet name. From which sheet you want that value, if it is not from the same sheet. Okay, I'm assuming you guys are getting this concept. So let's move to the application now. So you guys know how we get the different bank name, right? We have SDFC, Citi, HSBC, SBI, Axis, right? Just create one list here, a bank name list, right? Suppose SDFC, then Citi. You know data validation, right? Last time I explained this thing. Do you want me to repeat this thing again?
Yes, please.
Okay. HSBC, SBI, Axis Bank. Okay. So I need to use these in one of the cells such that I can choose any one value. Are you getting this part? So how I can do this thing? I can use this value in the data validation field. I can create one. I'm going to select in which cell I want the bank name. Okay, in which cell. So this, suppose I want in H1 position. I'm going to the data. I'm going in data validation. I want to choose from some list, right? So I want to choose from list and I need to select the list range. Okay. Insert value. So this is what the range is. Okay. You can select any range. You later on, if you add any bank here, it will automatically come under that list name. Okay. If I select this and apply, it will create one list for me. And from here, you can choose any bank. This part I already explained to you guys, right? This is the application. You need to use this to make your sheet dynamic. Okay. So this is one of the application of data formatting, this one, right? So now if you add here any, suppose random bank XYZ, okay. So now if you check XYZ is present here because I already give the range from starting from P2 to P11 something, right? So till 11, if you choose add any bank, it will automatically give the bank name inside this list. Getting this thing? So this is how I got this particular sale F1. Okay. Now point is I want the minimum loan amount here, right? And interest rate here. Okay. So for SDFC, so this is sheet name indirectly, right? If you check, SDFC is nothing but the sheet name. City is nothing but my sheet name. HSBC is also my sheet name. SBI Axis is also my sheet name, right? Are you getting this part? Now tell me how I can get the min loan amount from SDFC Bank here. This is again the application of address. Check here. The only primary thing requirement is the minimum loan amount and interest rate should be in the same position for all the tabs. Minimum loan amount and interest rate should be present in the B2 and B3 cell and C2 and C3 cell only for all tabs. Now check what I'm doing here. I want address. Okay, address. For minimum loan amount, tell me which row I want here. For minimum loan amount, which row I want? Second, right?
Second.
So this is how I choose second. And which column I want? I want third column, C column, where my values are present, right? Third column. What I want, I exact number. And which style want? I want in the last style. And from which sheet I'm doing this thing. Let me use this first, okay? This thing. It will not give me the location of SDFC Bank, SDFC one, right? It is giving me the location of this sheet, the primary sheet where I am working, second row, and the third column, which is nothing but the my 1, 2, 3, 5 lakh loan amount, right? So it is giving me the address for C2, right, which is present in this cell. Are you getting this part? But I want the C2 from this sheet based on my this bank name, right? So here the concept come last parameter here. The last parameter is bank name, that sheet name from where you want that particular value, right? From where you want the intersection of second row and third column. So I want from this particular cell, right? Whatever I choose from here, right? If I choose SDFC, I will get SDFC. From that SDFC sheet, I will get a second row and third column. Are you getting this part? If I choose city, from city sheet, it will give me the second and third row, second row and third column. Getting this part? So this is nothing indirect. This is nothing but my SDFC bank. So it will give me the location of, if you check the location, this is C2, but whenever we choose the location for, suppose we are in this installment calculation sheet, so it will not giving the address. If you want to choose this cell, okay, just let me know if our guys understood this concept or not. If you are present in installment calculation sheet, and your sale is in the C2 sale, so it will only represent as C2 only. Okay. But if you want to choose the address from some other sheet, it will directly give the name of that sheet initially and then the sale reference. For that sheet, you need to mention from which sheet you want that location. Because installment calculation not going to understand C2 sale. It will directly refer C2 means this he will be represent itself, the sheet in which the installment calculation is doing. Are you getting this part? For understanding purpose, they want sheet reference here. That's why we got the HDFC here. If you are getting this point, then directly use indirect. Okay. Use indirect for this location. It will give the value of that particular location. That's what I want, right? Are you getting this? What the value I get here? And same thing if I do for interest rate, my interest rate is present in third column, right? Third row and third column. So what is, okay, here my sheet name will be F1. Sorry, for HDFC I need to check, right? So for this, if you use again indirect, you are getting the interest rate, right? If you are getting this concept, we can wrap up this question. Any doubt in that point? No? Great. So let we just do the final correction here. So can I use direct here this formula? I'm writing this formula. Okay. This is nothing but address of mean loan amount. And now I am using indirect outside of this thing. Okay. So that I will get the value. Right. Now this is what I got the formula. Let's do this same formula for interest rate. Okay. Have the interest rate present in third, and I'm checking for the sheet F1, right? So this is what my percentage change is done here. Now if I change the Citibank, see minimum loan amount is changed, which is here, and the interest rate is 13%. Check for the Citibank here. Interest rate is 13%. So this is one of the application of the address and indirect function. So you guys are already covered with this thing, right? This topic, we look up match index, and this is one of the again good example of how you can use address and indirect. Any doubt here?
Yes, can you explain about the F1 part?
Okay, F1 is something. If you check, F1 is a sheet name from which sheet you want that data. Okay, so again I am explaining here. Suppose if you use address and you want the address of this third row and third column, so I am using third row, third column, and I want absolute value, and then I want in any style. Okay, anyone's style. The last parameter is present here, the sheet name. For current sheet name, I don't want any sheet name present here, right? Because I'm looking in the 2018 salary sheet only. But if I want to check this same row and same column in different sheet, like 2019 salary, so I need to represent the salary, that sheet name here. I need to write that sheet name here. So from 2019 salary sheet, if I choose that sheet name, so it will giving me the address from that sheet, third row and third column. Okay, and now this is the address of this particular cell. Okay, if you use the indirect, you will get the value present at that cell. If you use the indirect, you will get the value present in that particular cell for the in that particular sheet also, right? So this is a value present at that particular location. So if you got this, why I use E4, E4 is nothing but this sheet name. And same thing which I did here, why I use F1, F1 is nothing but the sheet name. Sheet name is nothing but the different sheet which I have. I have the SDFC, CT, SSBC, SBI, Axis Bank. This is nothing but the sheet name, right? I can choose any sheet name. It will be referred to that sheet name, second row and third column. Are you getting this part?
Yes, it is clear now.
Okay, great. So let's move to the milestone 4. Okay, I'm connected with the different laptops, so I'm just give me some time. Just download the PZ admin if you guys have, and open with me so that you need to you need to solve this milestone 4, and you are able to do these things when you have the PZ admin setup ready with you. You need to add some tables inside this PZ admin group post GRR, and then we are going to solve the SQL question. This is very interesting topic, and you need to be very precisely work here. Okay.
Akash, I need to confirm one thing. Are we also going to discuss the milestone 3 project? I mean, like all the projects that have been done.
Uh, we used to discuss this thing, but I'm not sure they are sharing the this calendar invite to me. So I will going to check with Harshit on this part. Okay.
Because I think we were supposed to discuss last week, but I guess some people has not completed it, including me. So we were planning to discuss it in the next class.
Okay, Manisha, I need to check on this part. Okay.
All right, no problem.
So for today's, we are going to discuss the milestone 4. And do you guys read this milestone? Any doubt in this milestone? What you need to do? Any idea? The sequel party started for you guys, right?
But it is just started like they just told us the basic thing over it.
Yes,
So I
yes, sir.
don't think we. And they said the like downloading part that we are going to discuss in the next session or the next session. And
Yes, yes.
in the group, we were discussing about the milestone 3 feedback, which was scheduled to this week only. So could you please once like ask Harshit before moving with the milestone 4, so that like because if milestone 4 is started, then it won't be possible for you also to go back and discuss the third milestone.
Harsh,
Can you please check?
they only share the update with me because they are only sharing the what I need to discuss on the class, and I'm
Yeah.
okay.
I get your point. Yeah.
Okay, I just give me 1 second. I will checking with Akshay. Okay. But meanwhile, we are not going to discuss sequel here completely, but we need to maintain do some setups here. Okay, before. So in next class we are going to do the analysis 1, analysis 2, analysis 3, because you are not started the sequel yet, right? This is basic starting for you guys. But before start, you need to add this table in inside your system. That's what we want here. And the agenda of today's class, we are going to discuss how we can add this particular table which are present here in our system, and we are going to solve this whatever the question they are giving here. We are solving on our platform. Okay. So, okay, just give me 1 second then.
Guys, has anyone downloaded the PG admin?
No.
Yes, it is being installed.
I mean, do you have any idea? I mean, what is the process? Because I'm on the website of pgadmin.org, and then there is an icon on the top right which says download. But when I'm clicking on it, nothing is happening.
Can you share? Can you share your screen?
Just a second.
Okay. Okay, just click on the image. If you are using Windows or Mac, click on that image which is present at down. Just go at below. Scroll just down. Don't accept anything. Yeah, click on the Windows function. If you are using Windows, click on Window. If you are using Mac, click on Mac. And download the latest one, PG Admin 4, the 5th March release, right? Yeah. It will take too much time because okay, now click on that PG Admin 4913. No, just go back. Here there is a current maintainer. Yeah, that That one, yes.
If we simply click on the download tab that is available at the top of the like website, then also it will be showing all of the available options or all of the versions, and we can proceed there as well.
Yeah. Just check on this part how to download. Okay, this is not big deal. But do you able to download this thing while clicking on this thing? I'm not able to see your page.
Yes, I am able to download it.
Any download symbol at anywhere?
Okay, it is asking me install for me only recommended and then install for all users. Install for
No,
me only.
install for only me or all users. It's fine.
And then it is asking me accept the agreement or
Yes,
okay,
yes.
next.
You need to accept all things and then do the setups. And remember the password. Whatever the password you are going to set, remember that password. Otherwise, you every time you need to do the forward password, and that is difficult steps. Okay, it is not simple step. So please use very simple password so that you are going to use that PG admin every day. Okay. So moving forward, you are going to use this PG admin for 4 weeks. Okay. We are going to solve our all the mentor classes, mentor tutor SQL question here only. So okay, let's discuss on this and just give me a second. So along with this, we are going to cover some basic of SQL. Okay. So primary agenda is here. We have the Amazon, Brazil, and India data. Okay. And we have this schema present. We have customer tables, orders items, product and seller and payments tables. Okay, these are the tables present. And now you need to add this table in your PZ admin. And for that, they are already give you the CSV file with you, right? So just download the CSV file. Okay. Once you download, check on this part. What are the tables we have? We have customers, orders, payment, seller. Okay, just now is visible. So we have payments. Yeah, payment, seller, order items, and product tables. So any theoretical class is done for SQL or just this is your first class? Do you guys know about the primary key, composite key, and the foreign key? Okay. So what is the primary key? The primary key is something which will make, sorry, just give me 1 second. Sorry. So what is primary key? Primary key is something which make your entire column, entire table unique. If you want some example, just check here. Here we have the customer ID. Now customer ID have the unique customer code and the customer zip preference, right? So customer ID is not repeating, right? Customer ID should be one. When you order something, it will give the customer ID to you. It will not going to repeat again and again. If I present an Excel sheet with you, so that it will be going to clear with you guys. Okay. So suppose you have one column customer ID. Customer ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it is 5, this is not my primary key. Okay, customer ID will not my primary key. It will not make my table, entire table. There is some values associated with that customer ID. Suppose how much monthly he spent. Okay, monthly spend, and then location may be present. Okay. Sorry for that. Just ignore that thing. My keyboard is not working properly. But if you check here in this particular table, this my table is not unique. You can see here the customer ID 5 and 5 are repeating here. Even their monthly spend may be the same. Okay, suppose 20 rupees, 20 rupees. I'm assuming any location as Hyderabad. Okay, let's take Hyderabad. This is not my primary key. Customer ID is not my primary key. What make the primary key special? Primary key don't have the repeating duplicates value in their table. If it is not duplicate value here present, so customer ID will my primary key, which make my entire table unique. That's only one definition of the primary key. And might be possible that for customer ID 1 and 5, I have the 20 rupees monthly spend. Maybe similar spend present here. Okay. So I'm taking this example. Don't take this number seriously. So this is what the primary key is. Primary key first definition is it make the entire table unique. Second one is it is not a null. A null value should not present in the primary key. Okay. So these are the 2 points you need to remember. What is primary key and what is okay. So are you getting this point in primary key? The primary key is something which will make your table, entire table unique. And whenever you see in the schema, there should be one key type symbol will be present here, which is nothing but the represent is nothing but the customer table is have the primary key as a customer ID. If you have this key present, that means that particular column is the primary key from where that level we have the data present in our tables. Getting this part?
Akash, could you please repeat it? I mean the key thing.
Okay, key is nothing but representing the primary. This is a column where your customer table don't have the duplicate value. Customer ID is not duplicate in your customer table. There is no repetitive customer ID present. That customer ID is the primary key for your table.
Okay, so if a table really don't have any repeating ID, then there would be a key inside the table.
See, we have the multiple tables in our database. Okay, so one of the table must we are not adding repetitive value in our tables. Suppose in the customer table we cannot add repeatedly customer ID same thing and same price whatever he spent on the monthly basis. Instead of that, we have one customer ID and that location of that customer ID is always same, right? If I have the customer ID 1, the location is always same as Mumbai. Even if I use again customer ID is 1, okay, just avoid that monthly spend column. Okay, just I'm deleting this thing. So here the location of that particular customer ID should be Mumbai again, right? So there is again repetitive things are coming here. So in order to optimize table, the data engineer team in backend are creating one table in which they have the distinct customer IDs. So they representing the table, we have customer ID as a primary key. Based on that, we have the data present in our table. There might be Mumbai present for the different customer ID. For third also, there is a Mumbai location present. This is not a table which is creating the unique table, right? The customer ID is making my table unique. The value for 1 is Mumbai, right? Are you getting this part? The primary key is something which makes the table unique.
Okay.
Now here my table is not unique. I have duplicate value present here, right?
Yes.
So this is how we cannot call this as a primary key until and unless there is no duplicate and there is no nulls for a particular row. Then we can say that for this particular table the customer ID is my primary key.
Okay, so if any ID is repeating, so we can say the column is not a primary key or the table is not a primary key.
No, table primary key is associated with the column only. Okay.
Okay.
So it might be in table we don't have the primary key also. There might be possibility. If you check in the payment, we have order ID. We don't have any primary key present in the payment tables.
Okay.
Right. So primary key is just give the hint that my table is have only unique customer ID. There is no repetitive customer ID present in my customer tables. There is no repetitive order ID present in my order tables. But in the payment table, I have the repetitive order IDs present. There must be the duplicates with respect to that order ID. There must be different payments. Okay.
Okay.
So just you need to remember these two concepts. There should the primary key is something which will make my entire table unique, and there is no duplicate present in my column. Yes.
Okay, you said there is no primary key in the payment, right? Payment table.
Yes.
But there has to be some primary key, because to join or to work on any table, we should have
No.
one.
No. See. The concept of primary key, see, if you want to join this particular order and payment table, you can join on the order ID level. Okay, so that time you need to use left join, inner join. The join concept will become here in the part. Okay, so it might be possible for one ID, you will be have the different order ID in the payment table, and you are going to join on this order ID. Suppose here order ID is 1. Okay, let's take the example. If you are not clear with the join here because we are not started 8. Okay, so that might be the reason you are asking this question. Suppose I have the order ID 1 from coming from this primary table. Okay, orders. Okay, this is orders, and now I have the payment table, and here I have the order ID repeatedly repeating, right? 111, because this is not my primary key. It might be possible I have the 1 only, but I'm taking the example. So now you are going to join this particular cell, the column order ID, in a same payment table. Means you are going to join these two tables, join on orders ID from P table to payment. I'm using P for payment table. Okay, order ID from payment table. Oh, dot. So here you will be getting 3 row at the end. Okay, so how it works, I will explain this concept in the join. When we start the join concept, then I will going to explain if I have that presence sheet with me. Okay, yeah, I have that sheet here. So this is where concept is coming at the join concept. When we start this thing, you will be going to understood these things. Now it might be possible that you will be have a lot of question coming here. Okay, so you can join any primary key with other keys also. Okay, so there is no anything such thing is mandatory that primary we are only going to join on the primary key. Okay, I will explain that thing. Then second concept will become as a foreign key. Okay, so foreign key is something. See here, I can say my order ID is a foreign key. Now, what is foreign key? Foreign key is something which is not any here in payment table. It is in somewhere this order ID is a primary key in the sum of the tables, not in the payment table, but somewhere it is order ID present, and that is act as a primary key, right? So the column which are used in the some different table and act as a primary key, which is nothing but the foreign key for that particular table. For payment, order ID is my foreign key. Are you getting this part?
And there is no primary key in the payments, right?
Yes, yes.
There is only one.
But the foreign key concept is the order ID is somewhere present in the some table, and that act as a primary key. That's why we call the foreign key for the order ID at particular payment table. Any doubt?
So foreign key will only be present in a table where there is no primary key.
This is, see, again there is a possibility in payment table there might be some column present which is act as a primary key, and order ID act as a foreign key. Okay, that's the possibilities. But for now in this scenario, this is concept. Why I'm telling this thing? We are not. There is no any relation going to discuss this thing. But these are the theoretical question asking in multiple interviews for the freshers. Okay, they are going to ask what is primary key, foreign key, and composite key. These three difference. There are some again some normal question present. I just add those small question here only. So these are the question asked for the juniors. Okay, those are coming from the freshers background or having only 1 to 3 years of experience. So they will going to ask this concept. Okay, what is DBMS, what is RBMS, what is primary key, foreign key, composite key. what is DDL. We are going to discuss this DDL, DML, TCL, DCL now only. Just once we wrap up these things, we will going to discuss this part as well. So these are very small. I will going to share the sheet when we start working on the SQL completely. Okay. So this is how the foreign keys definition is. You just go once the class is over, just put your notes somewhere, add what is definition of primary key, search in Google, use ChatGPT, use check for the this one also foreign key, and then you understood the foreign key, right? Foreign key is something which in this case payment table order ID is not a any key present here, but order ID somewhere is act as a primary key. In order tables, it is act as a primary key. That's why the inside the payment table order ID is my foreign key. Okay. Now the third one is composite. Are you getting this part? Just explore this thing because these are the theoretical question, and any interviewer going to ask this question. Even if the question when the time the tables are we are going to work on the table, now that time only I will going to explain the concept of primary key again. Okay, then that will a practical approach to handle the data, and we'll understood why we are using the primary key and this thing foreign key. So this is something theoretical which is maybe possible that you will not going to understood, but just remember these things: the primary key definition, what is foreign key definition, and what is composite. Composite is something every time it's not possible that one row will make your entire table as unique. So what I mean, I'm just giving one example. It is very difficult to take any example. Just taking random name. Okay, suppose this is name, then we have last name. Okay, suppose I have it is possible that we have the name present, similar name present in our system, right? It might be possible that Akash is present repeatedly, right?
Yes.
But there might possibility, suppose my name is Dongre and someone is name is XYZ. Okay, so my table and here I can add the salary. Suppose my salary is 1.6 and XYZ salary is 90.9. Okay, so check here. This is my table which is not unique based on my name, right? Name is not my primary key here, right?
Yes.
Now can I make this entire table unique based on this name and last name? Means if I use the concat in Excel, okay, if I use the concat Akash and my last name, okay, just check this concept if you are able to understood. I'm just taking the rough example so that you can now understood the concept of primary key. Can I make these two E and F column? Now my table is unique. Akash Dongre have some salary and Akash XYZ is have a different salary. Now these two cells are unique, right? Are you getting this part? Now these two cells which is I am highlighting, this is unique. So here the composite key are name and last name are making my table unique. Are you getting this part? Any doubt? This is a rough example I took, but it in practical thing when I come in such scenario, I'm going to explain with data. Okay, but just ask this question whenever you have the SQL class. Okay, this is not discuss. We need to discuss on this particular session, but yeah, you must be know what is difference between this one primary key, foreign key, and composite key. That's why I cover this question. Okay, just ask random question to your session whenever the session is going, because the interview is going to start with a very basic question for the junior folks or new joinee. They will going to ask a very simple. They start with these simple things. So we are going to discuss this also today. Delete, truncate, and drop. We are going to discuss these things. So whenever you are just how session is going, so just check with this simple question. What is difference between where and having? We'll be going to understand this when the SQL classes will be going to done. Okay. So, but this might be the theoretical question. You need to just have the notes from your end, and just ask this something question. Okay, just go in home and check what is DBMS, RDMS, and database. And next class we'll going to discuss on this part. Okay. Are you getting this part? What is composite? What is primary key? And what is foreign key? If done, then, and I'm assuming that all the people are download the PG admin meanwhile. Okay. So if we are done with this theoretical concept, let's start with our these particular things. How to add these tables in our PG admin. Any doubt in this primary key, composite key? This is very important topic. Okay. Don't ignore these topics. Are you getting this part? Okay. If done with that thing, again, I will adding one theoretical question in your this session again. Go ahead and check about what is SQL commands, where I took this. Yeah, this is SQL commands. Okay. We have 4 SQL commands. There might be 5. ChatGPT will give 5 kind of SQL command, but in general, if you are we are going to discuss on these 4 particular SQL commands. Now, what is SQL commands here? One is DDL, that is data definition language. Okay, I will going to explain this thing by with the example. Okay, we are not going. Yeah, I will going to explain this thing with example so that you will be understood very clearly. My speed is decreased when I switch the laptop. I switch from Mac to Windows, so there is something control button is somewhere else in the keypad. So, and typo mistake will be going to done. Okay, fine. Are you getting this part till here? The primary key, composite key, and foreign key is done. Then we are going to discuss DDL, DML, TCL, and TCL. Okay. Let's start with the example so that we can directly connect this definition with the practical approach. Okay. We are not discuss theoretical, otherwise it will be confusing for you guys. So just go in once you download the PG admin, just open the PG admin, and please do with me, otherwise you will be going to face so many problems here. Our primary aim is to add this all tables inside your PG admin system. Okay. Please start with me. You definitely have some question. You will be getting so many problems, and there is no such part. Don't focus more time on this PG admin. Just the point is we are adding these tables inside the this system, so that you are going to solve the SQL queries here in the platform. Okay, so don't learn PG admin completely from any sources. This is minor things. You are just doing adding the tables and doing your queries work here. So don't stress this topic completely. You can learn this thing if you want, but don't spend too much time. We just want some simple definition to be known. What is PG admin? How we can add the data inside the PG admin. It will take some time. Okay. And just remember the password. Don't use any wrong big password here. Okay. Is the same page is open for you all guys?
It is being installed yet.
Okay. It will take time. Yeah, it is. It will take time, but yeah. Okay, let's wait for a couple of time. In the meanwhile, we can discuss the theoretical part then. Is it fine for you guys then? Let me know once it installed. Okay. What is DDL? It is data definition language. Okay. So data definition language, we have some command. These are nothing but the SQL. Okay, I'm increase the view so that you are able to see. So DDL is nothing but a data definition language. Okay. And what is data definition? These are the SQL commands. Just remember what are the SQL commands. If someone is asked what is SQL commands, then just reply this thing. Okay. We have 4 SQL commands: DDL, DML, TCL, and DCL. This is again one of the very important theoretical question multiple times asked for these freshers. Okay. One is again the primary key, composite key, and the foreign key. Second one is again these are the very common question asked as interviewer going to ask, and these are the some common question you must know this thing when you learn the SQL. Okay, we're going to discuss all those things, and at the end, if you are not cover anything, I will going to share this sheet with you guys, and we will going to discuss whole complete question which I posted here. Okay, again I am planning to add 100 question here. Okay, I already add so many question. I'm going to add from my end so that you will be have the very different logic question present here. Along with we have the next slip question. Okay, so these are my some question which I'm asking to the in interviews. Okay, so I'm going to share this thing and we are going to discuss this in very deep. Okay, I also want my SQL to be brush up at advanced scale, so I want to be you guys at that level so that we can compete with each other. Okay, and one more thing, if I sharing this sheet with you guys, don't share this sheet with anyone. And if you have any question, just create your name sheet present here, add your question inside that sheet. We're going to discuss those questions as well. Okay, if you think these are the question asked somewhere in, you can just google it from what are the question asked in Google, Amazon, or Uber, or any big companies, and put that question in inside this sheet. We will going to discuss those question. It will brush up your concept as well, and you need to practice more in SQL is very important thing. It is based on all the data. If you're going to give the interview in the data analysis or BA field, they will mostly ask in the SQL. So just brush up those things. Okay, is it done for you guys? Installation part?
No, it's still ongoing.
Okay. Let me start with because we have very limited time. We need to cover just 10 here. Okay. Once you install the PG admin, you will be get this particular page location, the server. If you right click on this server, you will be have the option of register and server. You can create your own server and give the name for some server is let me give the name call as next lift.
Akash, it is saying that the PG admin 4 server could not be contacted.
Okay.
And then it is giving an option of configure and then showing a pop-up of fixed port number, timeout, connection timeout, open documentation.
Can you share your screen once?
Just a sec.
You might be everyone will getting so many doubt here. Okay, even in the installation also.
Mm. Can you see it?
Yes, yes. How you got this thing is you download that particular file, and when you start opening that particular,
Yes.
can you just close this tab and again reopen this thing? Go in PG admin. I'm sharing screen.
Oh. It's okay.
So whatever the part I'm covering today, just ask this theoretical question in your session. Okay, just brush up your question. Just ask repetitive question. These are very important questions which I discuss. Okay, and we are going to discuss DDL command today. That is data definition language. We have commands like create, alter, truncate, drop, rename. These are coming under the data definition language where we are define the data. So we're going to discuss those part once the PG admin setup is done. Manisha, are you sharing your screen, right? Okay. Just close this tab and try to open PG admin again.
I've tried it. I've tried it again. It is showing the same pop-up.
Okay. Can we handle this issue after the class, Manisha?
Yeah, sure.
Fine. Because we don't have that much time and we need to cover, so that if you have guys any question come under that particular location, you can ask me that repeated time, because it is very important thing for you. So when you connect it with when you open the PC admin, you will be coming on this page where they will going to ask the password. Just create one very simple password and remember that password, because every time you need to open the PC admin with that password. Once you open the server, you just need to right click on this particular server and create one server for you. Just rename anything. Okay, just give name for anything. I'm just randomly taking as it is next leap. Next leap. Okay. And give host name as local host. And just save this thing. So see here, I already create one PG server which is called as next leap, right? There are so many server by default it will be present in your system, and there are some server which I created before only. Next leap demo is something which I created in previous batch. Okay, so once you create one server, just go inside the server, inside the next leap. Okay, this is what I created, and this is here we have the databases, right? Now these are the question, what is databases, what is server. Just go and check this theoretical portion. Okay, check for this at least what is DBMS, what is database, and what is RDBMS. These are the three definition you must become in next class. If we get some time, we'll going to discuss on that part. If you don't remember that thing, I will just pasting that question to you guys in your just go ahead and check on this question. Okay, Control C. Okay, just go and check about these particular things. Okay, and we will going to discuss this thing if we get the time in next class. But for now, just understood what is DDL. So in data, once we have come in the create a server, just go ahead and check in our database. Okay, what are the databases are present here. So if you want to create any database, just right click on this database, go in create and create one database. There are so many databases which I previously created here. Okay, if you check here, there are so many RFM. These are my personal project which I did in 2020 during my college time. Those are the projects present here. So it is from that time I am using these things. Okay, so you can have your own project. You can get the data from online services. Like I want to discuss on this unemployment of India on 2023 data. So on 2023, I just get the data from online server, put that data and try to solve create the visualization from that particular things. I saw so many queries and I got so many outputs also. So this is what the database, you need to create one database. Let me create one database to you. Just right click on this database. Okay, go in create any database and give the database name as, suppose we are doing the project for Amazon, right? So Amazon data, I am create Amazon DB. Okay, Amazon DB. DB is nothing but the database. Okay, so I have Amazon DB now. I'm just creating one Amazon DB. Okay, so now if you check this thing, I have Amazon DB, right? These are the DB names, database names, which are present inside the databases. I created the Amazon DB now, right? Just click here in the down arrow, this thing, you will get so many things present here, right? Now, once you created this thing, just go ahead and click on the schema. You can create your own schema also. Already there are so many schema present. The public schema by default it may be present in your system. If you want to create again different schema, I can create one schema here also. Again the same thing, right click, create a schema. Let I am taking Amazon. Okay, because we are doing the work on this particular project. So are you getting this part? Means what I did, I just click on the server, I create one server called as next sleep. Inside the next sleep we have database. I click on the database, right click, and create one Amazon DB database, right? Inside Amazon database there are so many things present. Don't spend too much time on those things. If you want to go in detail, it is very vast things. Okay, you will be want 1 or 2 months to at least 1 2 weeks to cover this completely post PG admin. But we are not worried on this part, because these are something the internal engineering teams are going to work on this part. Our aim is to handle the data only. Okay, so just you must know how the internal systems look like and from where we getting the tables. So you are going inside, there might be, if you go in any particular company, there are so many DB databases are present. In particular database we have the engagement specific data present in that particular DB. So in Uber, I have multiple DB. One of the DB is GSS delivery, where I am currently working. For other project, there are Uber for business. There are different DBs are present. So inside every DB, there are different tables are present inside that particular database. Are you getting this part? It might be possible whenever, if you go in any company, if they are working on the same environment, the PG admin environment, so you'll be getting these kind of views. And inside the server, you will be going in the database, and particular database access only you have. There must be a possibility that there is a restriction for the other databases. You are not going to use that all databases. So in which project you are going to work, those data DB access they will give to you. Okay. Once you go inside a database, I'm creating the schema. And now the schema I created is Amazon, right? Just click on the Amazon, you will get again so many details present, and now there is a option called as tables. Okay, go in the tables. Now right click on the tables, you can create a table here. Are you getting this word? Now check the CSV file which you download, just open that file. You will come to know that we have multiple table present in that particular CSV file. Where next, okay. So these are the CSV files already present inside that CSV folder, right? You guys download that CSV file. Let me download also and check whether we have the same tables or not. Yes. Okay. Now you have one, let me open that link directly so that you will be not going to confuse. So this is a sheet where you have all the data present, right? Now make sure you you have this sheet. Just make sure you have the separate CSV file for each tab. Okay. What I mean, the customer data must be present in one CSV file. If I want to convert this into file in the CSV, comma separated, in which tab you are present, that tab will be. So see here. So order tabs where I was initially, it will create one CSV file for me, right? So this is what my customer, just rename this thing, okay? Are you getting this part, what I'm doing here? Or any doubt you guys have? Just, first of all, just go and make the copy of this sheet, okay? Once you make the copy, just go in the tab in which tab you want to create the CSV file. Go in the file. Now I am currently in the customer data. Just go in the file, download as a CSV. It will create a download portion for the customer data only. So once you have the customer data downloaded file, I downloaded in this particular location. Now see, this is my customer data, which is present in the comma separated file. Just check how to create a CSV file from the one entire sheet. Create separate CSV file. We have 6 tabs present in one sheet, right? If you check here, we have order items, payments, orders, products, sellers, customer data. These are the tabs present in my CSV file, right? So in Excel file, just create a CSV file for all the tabs Once you create it, now you have this CSV file with you. Customer data, next leaf, okay. Order items, orders, payments, product and sellers, right? Now what you need to do, any doubt here? If you have any doubt, you can stop me, okay? It might be confusing for you guys. Okay, fine, right? So just check how to get the CSV file from entire team, entire sheet. Now, once you have the CSV file, just check the data, customer data sheet, which I have. Now I will need to create one customer data. Check in projects also. What are the tables I need to create? First table is customers, right? If you check here, first table is customers. I need to create one customer tables. So go ahead. There are 2-3 ways to create a table. One of the easiest ways I'm doing here. Let me check customers. Make sure your spellings are proper. Customers. Now we can use the column details from here at rows. We can add the column name here. We can add the data type, and we can make sure that is it primary key or not. If it is primary key, then that all the column must be not null, right? So we need to click on those parameters. Check on your table. We have customer ID first part, right? Customer ID, which is nothing but the primary key. So I'm creating one customer ID and check the data type of that customer ID. That is varchar, right? So you need to check for varchar. So in PG admin, there might be the data type with the different names. So just check on that part. In create table syntax, it is different, but here it might be different. You know the data types. What is data types, right? You are aware with data types. What kind of data types you have? We already covered that thing in the Excel, right? We have varchar, we know integer, we know big int, we know boolean also is a one kind of data type. So here we are using customer ID as a varchar. So use character as character varying, and length, if you want to choose your customer ID is not more than the 100 words, so you can put the length also. But for now I'm just leaving this part. I'm making this as a primary key because this is nothing but my primary key, right? Are you checking on your milestone info? Just go ahead and check the tables details. Is it fine? I'm creating the customer tables, and first column is customer ID. I will create this customer table with different syntax also, but for now just check on this part. So first one is customer ID, second one is customer data.
Second is order, I think.
Yeah. Second one is this customer unique ID, right? My keypad is not working and my speed is decreasing here because of that only. So customer ID, the customer unique ID present in the customer table is nothing but again the varchar, and varchar we are representing by using the character varying. And this is not my primary key. Then last one is customer. Just make sure the spellings are very important here, and my keypad is not working. That's why I'm copy pasting these things. But if something is going wrong, then it will not import your data here. Okay. So again, what is the data type for this? It is integer, right? We can use int or big int, whatever you want. Okay. Integer and big int is nothing. You can use int or big int. There is very minor difference there. You can check that part also. So once I know, I create the customer table, right? Customer table, and I add the columns. You don't need to add all those things, all details. You just remember what you need to do. Just go in general, create, give the column name, table name, and inside the column name, you need to add the column name and the data type. Once you do this thing, just click on the save. It creates a customer table for you, right? Are you getting this part? It is created a customer table for you guys, right? But now once you have here, just click on this SQL query tool. It will represent, see here, it will represent the Amazon inside the Amazon DB. I am in the inside the next sleeve, I am in the Amazon DB, right? It will, because you must have the different data sources, their databases, and you must have the different server also. So at the top only they will represent in which server you are and in which DB you are going to work. So now as I already created the table, select star from customers, I'm running this query. Okay, so customer is not present in our custom okay, we need to use the schema name also. Amazon dot. Is it anything we are doing wrong, customer?
Akash, you forgot the semicolon last.
No, that's fine. Not a big deal. Amazon customer does not exist. Anyone parallel doing with me, is they are also getting the same error? Let me check the customers. We have columns. Customers. We already created. First. What is wrong here now? Customer does not exist. We create a table. We creating Amazon. Inside the Amazon anyone created the schema and they are getting the same error? Everything is fine. Why we are getting the error? Create table. Okay, it might be possibility that I did spelling mistake by creating the table, but that's not the thing. Customers, okay. If
Try Amazon more customers friends. Select start from Amazon.
Select star from.
Amazon.customers.
I did the same thing again, right? Amazon.customers.
Is caps lock.
Might be DB name we need to choose. Amazon DB. Just no, it will again throw the error. Do you got a table?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Let me create again one thing. Let me create the table inside the different schema.
Akash, I have added that in the chat GPT. So it is saying ki you can add this thing.
That's what we are not created that particular table inside the public schema. We created a different schema, right? We created the Amazon schema. Might be possible that I use A capital. Not sure on that part, but this is, see, we created a different schema. We have by default public, right?
Yeah.
So I create one schema which is called as Amazon. I need to work on the Amazon particular thing. Let me do the same setup in the public and then we are going to try. Okay, let me create one table as a customer. Okay, let me do one very small. Customers. Okay, and I created this customer. Once I created the customers, I need to, okay, sorry, again, the thing is I need to add the column details. There are two ways. I will explain the second way also how to do these things. But let me check why we are getting the error. Customers. And the columns are, we have customer ID. Please tell me the data type for this. Customer ID, it is varchar.
Yes, yes.
Character variable, okay. And we are using this as a primary key. Let it be primary key. And what is third one, second one? Again, this is varchar. This is not my primary key. And third one is this one. And you don't need to force, just your agenda is here. You need to create a tables and don't spend too much time on PG admin part. Okay. Column cannot be empty. Yeah, sorry. The data type of this is integer, right? Integer, okay. Save this thing. I created this customer table, right? Now I'm just want to run the query. So it will give me the Amazon DB inside the next leaf, and I am selecting select star from customers. So yeah, so there might be, we are doing some mistake while creating the schema. If you are getting some same kind of errors, just try to do in the public schema only, okay? But try to create our own schema. If it is not working, then try to import it in the public schema. Once, there might be possibility that I am not give the access for any different schema. It might be possible during the access. That's why I'm not able to create my own schema and we are not getting the table inside that particular things. It might be the restriction with the access, okay? So once you created the customer table, you have the columns name present there, right? Customer ID, which are present in the varchar, right? Customer unique ID and the zip code. Now, how to get the data for this particular thing? How we'll get the tables? Now, just go and right click on this table, okay? this is nothing but what we are doing. We are just adding the data. That is nothing. It is called as data definition language. That is one of the command from SQL command. We have 4 commands, right? DDL, TCL, data definition, data manipulation, transaction control, and data control, which I share on the chat also. So we are currently focusing on DDL, how to add the data, how to create, alter, truncate, drop, rename the data. So now I'm adding the data inside this particular customers. I'm going in the import export and I know the location of that particular file. Our data, that file is customer data, right? That is must be present in the CSV. Once you are doing clicking that location, check on the option part. Don't do anything here. Use whatever the header present in your CSV file act as a column name. Okay, click on the header portion so that it will act as your column name. Whatever the header name present in your Excel sheet, it will going to directly act as a column name. So click on this particular thing. By default, it will be same as it is. It will by default come the column name. If you're not clicking on this particular session header, it will not give the name of the column also. Getting this part? And don't do any changes because we already using the CSV file, comma separated file values. That's why it is the delimiter is nothing but the comma. The comma is separated by all values. That's why here the comma is present. So don't do any changes. Create your table. Just put the location from where you want to import your data, and just check for formality. Just check whether it is already clicked or not, and check your columns are coming properly or not. Once it is done, just click on OK. It will show the process state started and process completed. Right now, you can run this particular command, and you will be getting all the data present here. So this is what you need to do for all the tables. And once you did this table, then you need to solve all the analysis, whatever we have the 3 session in the milestone 4, right? Analysis 1, let me check how many things we have. We have analysis 1. Are you getting this part? How I get the table? So we have analysis 1, analysis 2, and analysis 3. So we are going to discuss this part. It's completely depend on the table, about tables. If you are not added that tables in your system, then this is difficult for you to match the frequency of the class. Okay, you will going to learn so many details in the sequel. Okay, even if I will share so many personal question also. So we'll be increase our speed in next class. We'll be try to do so more question and with the same speed such that you will be going to understand all those things. If you are not getting, we are extend our class for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, any doubt here how I created that particular table in the PC admin? If no, let again try to do the second table. Let me try to do the this table or the items. Okay, so there are small things. Means one is called as timestamp. Do you guys aware with the timestamp?
No.
Do you know what is timestamp in India? We are generally following. We are getting the Kolkata always, right? Kolkata and something Asia Kolkata. Whenever you choose the timestamp in mobile also, according to location, it will change the timestamp. So in timestamp, we have the time in which particular data is suppose you are ordering something. Suppose I'm taking a practical example. If eater is ordering something, we have the timestamp, eater timestamp, at what time eater is requested. So we suppose today, okay, let me take the example here, today. So it will give the date, right? In Excel also we have the this function. Just check on those. So we will going to check this thing, timestamp and all those things. But here in Excel, do we have current timestamp? No. Timestamp? No. Okay, let it be. So in timestamp, what we have generally along with date, we have the time at what time the particular eater is requesting something. Along with what suppose at 8 a.m. at 30 minutes 3 seconds the person is order something. That is nothing but the timestamp. along with date. Are you getting this part? Along with this iter time date, we have the time details also. That is nothing but the timestamp. And again, there are two concepts coming here. If you go in PG admin and check for, okay, we'll be going to cover that thing when it come. Otherwise, we're going to confuse you guys. But we have these things. One is date, one is timestamp, and one is timestamp with zone. I think we will cover these things with example. It will be helpful for you. So see here, shipping limit date. The date is there and time is there. So this is nothing but the timestamp. Okay. Let me check if we have other tables also. Okay, orders tables have so many timestamps. So let me take that order tables. So these are the order tables. I need to create this table. Now, again, I will be going to use the same concept, and then I will be telling you the alternate way how to create the table in the SQL commands. That's very important thing. We need to stay for more 10 to 15 minutes maybe. Let me go with same speed, otherwise it will confuse for you. Okay, I need to create one table again. Okay, I'm creating right click, going in tables. Are you getting this table? Anyone facing any problem while creating the table? In next class, I think everyone must have the table created. So, then and only then we are going to solve the next exercise. Otherwise, again, you will be facing we will discussing the same thing in the next class, and it will we will be lacking in the question then. Okay, let's create one order tables, orders. I'm creating the orders tables. Inside the order tables, I have the details. First one is check on this part. This is not order. This is orders, okay. We have order ID. I'm very bad in using this laptop. Sorry, my speed will be decreasing here. Let me just guide me here. What are the different data type is present in the order tables? For order ID, what is the data type? I think varchar, right? Just go and check in our milestone and just guide me. This is a primary key present in the order tables?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. What is second column? We have customer. And just do the copy paste thing. Otherwise, if you are doing any spelling mistake, it will throw the error and we are not getting the import data in your particular table. Okay. So customer ID again, is it in varchar? Yes, I think. And any foreign key or anything? No. Okay. Order status. Just try to do with me other. Okay. Order status. And what is order status? Again, it is varchar, right? Character variant. And next one is timestamp. Order purchase timestamp. Okay. At what time order is purchased? And it is in now check here time is different, timestamp is different, timestamp with zone and without zone is different. Okay, timestamp see zone means in which region you are working. If you check in your mobile, if you get new mobile, you need to do the timestamp setting. At that time you are choosing Asia Kolkata location, right? If you are aware with that thing, even in the laptop also they will give the Asia Kolkata location or Mumbai location, right? So they, along with timestamp, it will give at the end, it will give the location. Okay, that's called as timestamp with the time zone. The time zone according to the location. Okay, so we don't have the timestamp. We have the timestamp without location, without zone, right? Check your timestamp column here. We don't have the time zone. We just have the date and the time. That is timestamp only. Okay. If it have the plus 5:30 or something or Asia or something, then it is called as time zone. Are you getting this part? There might be the possibility here we don't have that zone present in our data, all data. In future, you must be aware with this concept. Okay. What is timestamp? What is timestamp with zone? Let me add again. And again, this is same thing. Timestamp without zone. Okay. Order of food and then order deliver and then and I think for all timestamp we have only one data type, right? So just check timestamp without time zone. Please stop me if you are facing any difficulties here. I think I'm going very slow here. Timestamp your time zone. And if you're doing any mistake while putting the without time zone, while doing these things, so you are not able to create your table. Okay, the problem with your import is once you have orders tables, just go and right click on the orders, right? And go in import, go in same file location, choose we need to choose orders, check option. Are you getting this part, right? Okay. If you are getting any error, just here we can check the error. Okay. If you are getting any error, you can just go ahead and click on the view focus and you just go and click here view details. Here you will be getting any error if you have the error, and just paste this error if you are getting this. See, if you know what is timestamp with zone, this is Indian Standard Time plus 5:30, right? GMT. This is called as timestamp with time zone. Are you getting the difference between timestamp and time zone now? Any doubt in timestamp or time zone? Are you aware with this concept now? Is it clear? Just check on this here. You have all the time level details, right? So this is what I'm talking about. But in our data, we don't have that thing present. So already now you have the orders tables. Let me do this. You just remove this process. Go here again, select the orders. And now this is what your table is, right? Are you getting this part? This is any doubt to create the table? You must be good in knowing what kind of data type. Okay, if you are doing any random data type, choose for any random things, then you might be getting any difficult. You are facing the difficulties. So this is one way. The second way is we need to create a table by using the DDL command. Okay, so this is the easiest way, which how we can create a table inside a PC admin. But the best way, let me do things here. What are the different tables we have? Let me go with very simple table so that I don't need to add so many details. Seller, okay. Seller, we have one table, seller. I need to create this table now. Now there is a concept called as, this is nothing but the DDL command, okay? DDL. This is nothing but DDL command, which we, along with practical, you must go and check what is theoretical things are. So DDL is nothing but data definition language. Okay, data definition language, and this is one of the SQL command. We have 4 commands. We will be going to discuss all 4 commands. Okay, but for now we are going to discuss DDL. And what is DDL? DDL we have create. Just recall, remember this thing. This is theoretical, but this is very important thing. Alter, draw, yes, drop. Then we have truncate. This is a very important theoretical question. Just mug up these things. Okay, what are the different things coming under the data definition language? DDL. In short, it called as DDL. One of the SQL commands where we are doing what is data definition? We are defining the data. We are creating the table. We are altering the table. We are dropping something. We are truncating something. We are renaming the existing table. Are you getting this part? That's why it is nothing but that's why we call as data definition. Then there is call as okay, data manipulation. Okay, DML, data manipulation. Manipulation language. Okay, what are the data manipulation language we have? We have insert. We are manipulating the data now. Okay, just very simple, right? You can understood by only seeing the name of the commands. What is data definition? We are define the data. What is data manipulation? We are manipulating the data. Manipulating the data means we are selecting some data from table, right? This is some hint. You can just recall these things. You are manipulating the data from existing data. You are manipulating something. So you are inserting, you are selecting, you are deleting some row. This is delete is, there is minor difference between drop, truncate and delete. Okay. And this is again one of the common question asked in the interview. I will explain you the difference also. But delete again, update. This is manipulation manipulation tools. Okay. Then we will be have the transaction control and data control. We will discuss those things later on. But any doubt in this 2 commands? Are you getting this part? You will be knowing these things once you're done with your SQL part completely. Okay. Along with the theoretical portion, these are the things you will be coming to know once you have the some brush up on your SQL commands. Any doubt till the time here? These are very important things. That's why I'm repeating this thing. Are you getting this part? Okay. We have 14 people here. What is strength of our session? 20, right? 6 people are leave the class. No worry. Let's start with sailor. I need to create one sailor table. Now just guide me how I can do this thing. Do you know how to create the table? Just give me 1 second. I need to explain you alter also. So I'm planning how to do these things. I need to do some mistake, and after the mistake, I need to alter the tables. So how I can do this thing, I'm checking. Okay, let's start with this thing. I have seller ID, right? It is in varchar. Seller zip code, it is in integer. Seller city, it must be in the varchar, right? Seller state and this thing. Let me do one thing. I will initially creating the table seller with different time data type, and later on I need to replace that data type. Okay. So what I want, I am creating the table. I am using this first one, the data definition language. Okay, I am try to create one table. Create table. What is table name? Seller, right? And what are the different things present in the seller? Create table seller. What are the different things we have? Seller ID, right? What is the data type of seller ID? You must
Worker.
okay. You must be very good with this also. Okay, creating table and inserting value inside the table. Try to do the tables by using this method also, and by using what I'm explaining by this method also, which is called as data definition language. And we are just handling the creating part. We're going to discuss this also: alter, drop, truncate, and these things. So first one is seller ID, which is nothing but my primary key, and seller ID is present in my which data type?
Worker.
Varchar. Great, thank you. It is in varchar, and it is my primary key. So you need to mention while creating the table. If you are creating the table seller, you must be mention your column name, first name, what is the data type, and what is that particular column is. Is it primary key or not? What is second thing? We have seller zip code. Okay, so is it? We have seller cities also, right? Fine. Then seller zip code, which is present in my integer, right? So integer, we don't have integer in the creating table. At that time, you can use a big int here. The next one is seller city, and data type for this is again varchar. You are not using here character varying. Generally, we are using varchar, begin, string, double, or float for the decimal numbers. Okay, timestamp again for the times. Then what is the next one? Seller state, right? And which is again in the varchar. I'm taking this in the begin. Okay, I'm creating this table. My keyboard is not working. Sorry. You need to select this range. Okay, I'm not able to select this thing. My keypad is not properly working here. So whenever you try to run anything, you need to run whatever you want to run. You must be select that particular section and just go and run here. Okay, as I'm not able to click here, I'm just removing this part. Now if I run this completely, it will run all the part which is present inside my script. If I'm selecting any particular portion from that script, it will going to run that thing also. Okay. I don't have mouse at present. I'm traveling and I'm not able to selecting this range also. My keyboard is not working. But if you are able to select this particular from row 3 to 8, you can go ahead and just go and run this particular script. So what is error here?
Spelling of state.
Sorry, yeah. That's not mistake, but we have mistake in primary key. System error in primary key. How to handle this error? Okay, there is no, yeah, there is no this thing between this. So see here, your table is created, right? Now if you check on the seller, select star from seller. So you can check the table already created for you, right? And we have the seller ID, which is in the varchar. Seller zip code is in begin, seller city is in varchar again, but seller state, it must be in the varchar, but we are created this in the begin, right? Now we need to alter this table. We need to alter the data type of that particular seller state, right? So there is a command called as alter. Okay. Alter is nothing but you are altering the table. You are doing some changes inside the table, existing table. Alter table seller. And now what is I need to change the data type. How I can do this thing? Let me drop the column instead of altering the same thing. Drop column. You can go and check this thing, alter drop column, and column name is seller state query is executing, right? Now you can go ahead and see, we don't have the seller state now, right? So drop, what is definition of drop now? There is a again theoretical question, one question which is are commonly asked in the interview. What is difference between drop, truncate, and delete? Okay, so drop is something here. This is one example. If you use this drop table seller, it will completely drop the table. Okay, suppose again I'm going here. I'm using the drop command. Never use the drop command in your DB. Okay, you will be seeing so many memes present in Instagram, right? When I put my paper, I will drop on all the DB's data sources. So never use the drop command in your query builder, because it will permanently delete your table, complete table. Okay, if I use drop table seller, so it will directly remove all the syntax. Even I am not able to face the what kind of data type which are present in the seller table until and unless you don't have the backup. Okay, never use the drop commands, and take, if you want to use a drop command, take the permission from someone and take the approval from someone and have the screenshot with you in your actual work. Otherwise they will be blaming that I'm not tell these things to you to drop the some tables. Okay, so never ever use a drop command in your system. Okay, so the only definition of drop is you are permanently removing all the syntax along with the data along with the syntax, all the table syntax, it will vanish. You're not getting any backtrace of the table. Also you're not getting the kind of table which are column which are used in the seller until and unless you don't have the backup. We have the backup in the Excel. That's why we know what is a seller table is and what kind of data that they have, right? So drop is something which will be if you use the drop table seller, it will remove complete data along with the data type, data syntax. Syntax is all the columns also. Okay, but if you use delete, I'm not trying to run that drop command, and if you want you can do in different schema and different database and just try to explore this thing. Second one is delete. Okay, if you are using delete table from seller, it will remove all the data, whatever the data present in the seller, but it will have the syntax as it is. Okay, any doubt? If you have any doubt in drop, truncate and delete, ask me. You might be have some doubt here. Okay, drop is completely removing the data along with the syntax. Delete will be remove the data. Okay, but syntax will be remains as it is. And then there is a very small difference between the truncate and delete. Truncate is also doing the same thing. Okay, truncate table is also doing the same thing. It will remove the data, it will not remove the syntax. Okay, only small difference between the delete and the truncate is truncate will be remove all the data, but syntax will be remain as it is. If you use the truncate table seller, it will remove all the data present inside the table, but the column name will be as it is. But delete, we can use a specific row or specific column deleted from the data table. In truncate, we are not using any row to be deleted from the data. What I mean, are you getting this part or any doubt here? Do you want me to further explain this thing? What is the difference between delete and truncate?
Could you please repeat it?
Okay, so drop is something which will be removing all the data along with the syntax. Syntax means seller ID, seller zip code, and seller city. Okay, so you are not able to backtrace what is present in the seller table, right? But in truncate, if I check here in the customer, I have the data present here in the customer. Okay, let me run this customer. Select star from customers. Do you want to run this queries? Okay, these are the data present in my this customer table, right? If I use delete table customers, check what happened. Okay, syntax is wrong. Delete. What is syntax of delete? Let me check. And these are again, you just have the small understanding of this data. You don't need to use this thing. Let me check how we can get. Why we are getting delete table customers? Okay, so delete from table. Sorry. Delete from table customers. Delete from table name. Just check the syntax, and we can use here where condition. Okay, where condition. This is the syntax for the deleting the tables. Now, if you don't add any command where condition, it will automatically delete all those things. Delete from customers. It will delete all the data from your customers. And now, if you run the from customers, if you run this thing, you don't have the data, but you have the syntax present, right? So this is the difference between drop and the delete and truncate. Delete and truncate do have the syntax. Drop don't have the syntax. Okay, if you use drop, you don't have the column name present at your data. The delete will be give the syntax as it is. Okay, truncate is also. But in delete, we have some condition. If you use a delete from table, delete from table name, okay, whatever the table name, you are able to use here where condition. Are you getting this part? In truncate, you are not have the where condition. In truncate, you are, if you use truncate from particular table, it will remove all the data. Okay, just check the syntax how it works. And for deleting the table, you can delete one specific row from the table also. Are you getting this part? And that will be handling that type of question. I have some SQL question which I already dumped here. How to remove the duplicates from the data, and we'll going to discuss those part. Okay. So if you want to see the SQL query also, let me show you this SQL query, how to remove the duplicates. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Here. So that I write something. Delete from cars, right? Check here. Delete from cars. Are you getting this? Are you able to see this query? I use delete for cars where I use some condition where my ID, this is a car tables. This is a car table. I need to delete some IDs, duplicate IDs. That's why I write the query like delete from cars. Cars is my table name. I use a where condition where my ID, and I can put the where condition which are come under the repeating state. We will going to discuss this question. That time it will be clear to you. But for now, just check the syntax. You can add the where condition in the delete table, and from particular row you can remove from the table by using delete. So delete is used for entirely remove all data, or you can remove specific row also or specific column. Are you getting this part? Any doubt in and if you use truncate, there is no where condition. So truncate will be remove all the data, but syntax will be as it is. Any doubt? Sorry, yes. Int serial. Do you ask about the data type here, Shishti? Let me discuss this thing. But are you getting this part? Alter thing, alter, delete, and truncate. Drop these things. So likewise, you are going to create a table. Okay, I already explained you how to create a table. Syntax, you just go and check the syntax also. You can use direct create table, whatever the table name we have, you need to put all the data types present inside this syntax, right? If I have seller ID, I will going to use varchar, right? If I have state, it must be in the varchar. If I have state code, check the primary key also. If it is present, you must be represent that thing also. State code must be present in integer, right? Present, check for integer. If it is floating, float means if you have the values in the decimal, use float. You know the float, right? The basic. If float is not present, you can use a decimal. Float and decimal are the same thing. If you have the values in the decimals, then use the float and decimal. If you have the numbers, then use the big int or integer. If you have the characters, use the varchar in this particular thing. And if you have the timestamp, use it. If you have the any date present along with timestamp, use the timestamp. Okay. So this is how you can create a table, and again how to import the file, you know, right? Once you created a table, just right click on this and import the data. Any doubt here? Are you getting this part? Please, whatever the question, theoretical question we discuss, whenever your lectures are coming, brush up those concepts and ask those questions so that you will be have the more theoretical concept clear there. This is something we try to cover example along with the theory, but it is something theory requires a separate time. But I try to manage these two things parallelly. But in next class, along with question, I will try to explain the theoretical concept. Okay, whatever we discuss now, whatever the theory question we are discussing here, the delete, truncate, and all those things, we try to use application-based question. Okay, that time you will be able to brush up your concept again. This might be confusing for you guys at start because this is too much at the start. But along with example, you might be getting clarity. Like Excel, we are using so many formula inside one formula, but it is not tough if you know the granular level details, right? Same in SQL. SQL is also not tough. We have only 10 commands. Only thing is application. Once you know the 10 commands, you need to handle the application like algebra. If you know the plus, minus, multiplication, and division, then you are able to handle the whole algebra. Same, SQL is also same. Only requirement is you need to do the practice from various sources. Okay. So the only agenda is please go in home, try to add all the tables which are present in your milestone. In next class, we will going to solve the SQL question, and I will check on the feedback also when we are going to give the feedback. Okay. Any doubt? I will be sharing that sheet with you guys in next class. Okay. I will add some theoretical question and just go ahead and check this. Just mug up this question, theoretical question. Anyway, as a freshers, they will going to ask this question. What is the difference between truncate and all those things? What is the difference between drop? What is the difference between where and having? These are very common question asked in the junior for the role of 1 to 3 years of data analysis or BA.
I will share the link of that.
I will share because this is a rough sheet. I will make one proper sheet with you and I will share that sheet. Okay.
All right.